Hey, how's it going, everybody? I hope you remember or have seen the video where I run this little steam engine. Well, today it's a rainy day, which is nice, and that main bearing cap I've got out in the other room, and I'll show you here what we're going to do with it. We're gonna take the torch and try to melt it out. I've got it on this, it's a broken pan, so don't think I'm ruining anything. We're going to melt that out of there without trying not to bake the paint off the back side. That's pretty delicate stuff. I don't know if it'll last or not. It's original to the engine, which is around 1875, so I really hate to ruin it, but it needs new babbitt, so we're going to see what we can do here. Yeah, we'll light the torch up here and see what happens. Probably ought to have a, what's over there to catch fire? Nothing. Get a pair of pliers here. Wasn't prepared. Yeah, it's burning most of the paint off. So I need just a little bit of babbitt to add to that, which I will go find. I need to get a wire brush to brush that out. As you can see, it's got holes drilled in it. And I guess neither one of those holes is actually threaded. One's oversized. I think it was this bearing that the yeah, I don't actually know if I was getting the paint off, and then it was just the oil and shit. I'll take it and clean it for a minute and see what we end up with. Well, I'm getting a little more babbitt. I knew I didn't have enough, so just melting some out of this old bearing. I don't have the other half of it. There's something that somebody threw in the dump, and like me being a dump scrounger, I brought it home to babbitt. So a little bit of these little, it's nice to just make them into small pieces, and then you can just add what you need. I have a lot of babbitt upstairs, about 300 pounds of it. Came out of the oil field, out of big engines. And I got a lot of it, but it's in big bars. They're 10-pound bars. I just didn't feel like melting out in big bars. So we'll just get it out of this, and that'll give me a reason to get this out of the yard. Try not to overheat the babbitt because it'll burn out certain metals. So, you know, you only get it hot enough to melt it. Call it good. This is one of those metals that, you know, hotter is not better. Shut the oxygen off. Let that cool a minute. Almost had. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Now we haul that back to the transfer station. Probably 6 months from now, that'll come back as a Toyota engine. But anyway, I'm going to get set up here and I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, everybody, this is my plan of attack here. So I'm going to take a piece of oak and I'm going to make it the same size as this. I haven't cut it yet. And I'm going to just put a couple of screws in here so that that oak is sucked up against the two oil holes. And I'm going to take this piece of pipe. I cut it and I believe it's the exact same length as the actual main bearing cap. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of this scrap aluminum and I'm going to just cut a couple of pieces off full length, clamp it onto the side, and I'm hoping that this is long enough that it will support it. And then I'll heat this up. Of course, I'll go ahead and soot this, which ain't no big deal. We'll clamp it in there. We'll heat it up till it's about 300 degrees so you know there's no moisture in it. And then we'll pour our babbitt into it. And this is about, well, it's a 7/8 shaft on that steam engine. And this is 842. So, you know, we're looking at 43 thousandths undersize. Which is fine because once I get it done, I'm going to support this in the milling machine, vertical. And I'm going to do it on some spacer blocks so that I know that this surface here, which is flat to the other part, and I'll bore that out. I figure I got about 10 thousandths this way to get it right. And be nice if this casting wasn't chewed off, but apparently it's lost its babbitt at some point and it's chewed right off on this side. Although it doesn't show it, so I don't know. But it looks awful suspicious. Might just be the way it was cast. But anyway, that's my plan. I'll bring you back here when we get closer. Okay, everybody, this is what I came up with. This here had a little bit of a flat on top. It was cast that way. And I would assume it so that it was for the ease of the drilling. But anyway, it doesn't really matter what it was for, but I put a piece of oak on the back. And that should plug those holes up. Now what I'm going to do, hopefully it works all right, is I'm going to soot this piece up. I'm going to very carefully try to clamp it like that. And hopefully it won't move. No, I feel it's pinched. So anyway, that's my plan. So I'll bring you back here when that gets a little closer. Well, everybody, I'm going to take a torch and go over to the door. We're going to smoke this up with some soot. Just straight acetylene. All we need. That sooted up pretty good. Probably a little warm, I don't know. We'll shut the door back down. It's a nice day temperature wise, but the humidity comes in and hits this cold metal. And, well, you all know what that does. Makes a mess. So, yep, easy. Yeah, knock all the stuff off of it. So, if I go get a clamp, yeah, I think that'll work right there. I'll be back here after I get a couple clamps. Well, I put one clamp on it, and I think that's going to do it. Yeah, I think so. I'd like to get it that way, maybe. Just a skosh. Well, I think that's going to be good. Yeah. So anyway, it looks pretty equal now. I just adjusted it a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get me a container to melt a little bit of babbitt in. Going to be pretty low tech. This can here might do the trick, looks like. Unless, I used to have a babbitt spoon which would hold enough volume. I'll be back in a few minutes. I might be able to find that. Yeah, we'll see how this goes here. Got our infrared thermometer. Get this warmed up a little bit. Degrees. $130. Yeah, 240. So that will be enough. Now I got to find me a pair of pliers. Let's see how it goes. Beautiful. Filled it up. Now it's just a waiting game. Wait for everything to cool. Yeah, it looks pretty good. We'll bring you back in about 20 minutes. Well, it hasn't been 20 minutes, but it's been 7 or 8. We'll see what this stuff looks like here. Yeah, it's probably going to be captive there. I probably got to file some. But it came out pretty good. I like that, you know. Before it didn't have it all the way out to the end. So we'll go over to the vise and see what we can do. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take a hacksaw blade in the hacksaw, of course. actually, I'm just going to go down here just a little ways, enough that I get halfway of the pipe, so that we're not getting pinched by the babbitt. Yeah, that don't look too bad. That one came out all right. Now, beautiful. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but that is a beautiful looking babbitt bearing. All I've got to do, I'm going to take the wood off it now so that I can take a wood file, and we'll go this way, and we'll tune that up, and we'll get the motor out here, and we'll see how it goes. I'll bring you back in a couple. Well, now we just gotta, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna save myself some time. I think I'll saw this right down towards the cast iron and break it. Do the same over here. There we go. Do a small chisel. There we go, there's one piece off. Guess I didn't saw it far enough. But anyway. Yeah, I broke a little piece, but that's all right. There. It's getting colder all the time. Yeah, that ain't half bad. So now, what we need to do is I'm going to go on in and get the motor, and we'll get the engine. Well, I'll call it an engine. I guess it's a steam engine. But we'll be back in a couple here. Yeah, the old girl, she hides over here in the corner. So, we'll see if we can't get her out here. I don't know what this weighs. I've never weighed it, but I can tell you from moving it, it's heavy. It's got to be around 125, maybe a little more. You know, it's doable, but it's heavy. So anyway. Yeah. Okay. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to put this in here and just rotate it around. And see actually what it looks like. It's up in the air a long ways, which is what I want. see here. Yeah, we're hitting on both edges, which is a good sign, because there's not a lot of room between these uprights. Yeah, probably 50, 60 thousandths here, about a 16th. But, boy, I'd say we're right about in the middle by the feel of it, if you go either direction. So, if that's the case, I'm going to get out the boring head, I think, and put this in the milling machine. It'll take me a little while to get it set up because I got a rotary table on there. But we'll get the rotary table off. Well, everybody, I just put a big parallel on the back. Run my dial indicator down straight, and as you can see, we're dialed in probably within half thousandths. And I'll tell you, in the games I play, half thousandths is perfect. So I'm not going to bring her along when I tram this head. That's a pain in the ass. But I got to do it because I had it all wonky when I was doing that pattern. So anyway, it's off 3 degrees right now, so I got to do some frigging around there. I'll be back in a little while.